Resurrection. Series premiere next Sunday on ABC.
Tonight at 10 on Tulsa's Channel 8.
Thundersleet rumbles through green country as several rounds of winter weather move through. Sleet and snow pile up on roadways, closing schools tomorrow and creating dangerous driving conditions. And despite the weather, the show must go on. Find out who walked away, a winner from the Oscars.
You're watching KTUL, Tulsa's Channel 8.
It's been a treacherous day across Oklahoma, forcing several school cancellations, including Tulsa and some other districts. Sleet, bitterly cold temperatures, and a number of crashes have also been happening. Debbie from Tulsa sent us this video as sleet piled up. She says if only we could harvest this crushed ice supply. Another viewer sent in this video of sleet falling on a car in surrounding areas. The sleet quickly covered everything. Some areas even saw what's called thunder sleet, with thunder and lightning as the sleet came down. After the sleet, the snow started to fall, and we caught sight of it on the street lights. The wind blew the snow piling up in places like on the back deck of our studios here in West Tulsa. The plows were out as city workers were busy clearing city roads. We spotted this truck in West Tulsa on Route 66, but all crews are working overtime to make sure your morning commute runs smoothly. Thankfully, not a lot of drivers brave the Broken Arrow Expressway as our cameras caught this scene earlier near Garnett. The roads cleared as a few cars drove over the asphalt, but remained slick as the snow kept falling. Our traffic cameras caught this crash on the Broken Arrow Expressway and Highway 169. A car spun out and was facing the wrong way. We do not have an official cause of that crash, but the roadways are extremely slick outside. IMSA medics have been busy today with weather-related calls. They have responded to 35 crashes, most of them from midnight to 9 a.m. 6 people were treated after falling, and 2 people were injured after being exposed to the cold between midnight and 2 o'clock this morning. Most of the major area school districts have been closed, including Tulsa, Jenks, Bixby, Broken Arrow, and Union, along with several other districts have all called off classes for tomorrow. We will, of course, continue to update this list on our website at KTUL.com. So what does the work week look like? Are we in for more winter, or will we see spring-like temperatures? Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin is in the Storm Center. Jennifer with the latest.
You know what, Yvonne, we are going to see a mix of both the winter weather and, yes, even spring-like temperatures as we head into the tail end of the week. But today has been a wild weather day. Across the area, we have seen everything from thunderstorms to sleet, snow, haze, and yes, even blowing snow from time to time. As we take a look at HD Max 8000 right now, the heaviest band of snow has moved through the Tulsa metro, so light to moderate snow continues from Oologah, Claremore, to even just off to the east of Coweta, even Ramona. That is where we're looking at the heaviest band of snow right now. It is all moving off to the northeast at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. So here are some of the communities that will be impacted here as we walk through time, just to give you some idea of what we're looking at with that heaviest band traveling off to the east. So Veneta, Coffeyville, even Grove, you're going to feel the effects of this light to moderate snow moving in your direction here within the next 5 to 30 minutes or so. But the snow extends all the way back to the west over Alva, even Enid. So it's slowly working its way out of the state. It's going to hang around here until early tomorrow morning. So we are still looking at additional snow totals across eastern Oklahoma and Green Country as we head into the early morning hours. And as Yvonne has been talking about, we had that sleet on the ground. You add the snow on top, and with additional totals expected, slick and hazardous road conditions, not only really in the morning, but that will continue through the day tomorrow. And that mainly is due to the cold air that's going to stay in place, and with the additional snow accumulation that is expected. Winter storm warning still in effect for Green Country until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisories as well as wind chill advisories will be in effect until noon tomorrow. So bitter cold temperatures and winds. We're looking at our temperature right now of 8 here in the metro, 9 in Claremore, 7 from Bartlesville to Pawhuska, and we are looking at a strong gusty wind from the north, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour, which is creating bitter wind chill readings right now. It's already dropped down to 12 below here in Tulsa and is expected to get even colder. We're going to have more on the totals, just how much more we're expected to see when this storm system will be pulling out. But right now, let's check in with Kimberly Halsey, who is in the Midtown area. What are your conditions like right now, Kimberly?
Well, Jennifer, we've been out here for a couple of hours, and it's been snowing on us steady all afternoon. We drove around on some highways, and there were some lanes that were open, but most of them were covered with snow, and it is getting a little bit worse in these side streets. We drove down this road in about 15 minutes. It was completely clear, like we've never even driven down this road. But we did find some people along with us that found some slick spots.
It's dangerous, but it's safe as long as you're safe. It can be dangerous if you're not careful.
Robert Delosier is out working tonight. He has 4 stops, and it will take an extra 4 hours to get his job done because of the roads. But he is glad he's driving around in a big truck.
The traction is better. It's hard to tell. Well, in a car, if you slip, you can't really catch that control on this ice, but in a truck, you kind of know when you're slipping, and you can catch control of it before you're out of control.
City crews have been out all day clearing off main roads. They are running on full crews on 12-hour shifts. Their main focus is Artillery Streets, and they have been applying salt. It's still suggested to use caution if you have to get out, but some had to make sure they were ready for tomorrow.
I didn't want to run out of fuel tomorrow.
Most people on the highways are taking it slow and going about 30 to 40 miles per hour. And taking it slow has kept some we talked with from slipping.
And I hope to keep it that way.
And yard waste and bulky waste service will not be available tomorrow for the city of Tulsa. Also, city transit buses will be on snow routes. For the latest on-road conditions, Good Morning Oklahoma starts at 4:30 in the morning. If you have to leave the house, be sure to check road conditions. Here's a list of numbers you can call before leaving your house. For the latest conditions on roads and interstates, call 405-425-2385. For turnpike conditions, call 877-403-7623. We also got a list of road condition numbers for Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. That's all on our website. Earlier, drivers in Midtown Tulsa were out navigating the road. Some stopped to buy fuel and get necessities as this morning's light sleet quickly turned into much, much more. Those who were out also dealt with bitterly cold temperatures.
Planning on staying in tonight, trying to get everything done right now so I can.
Roads are still considered icy and hazardous. Be sure to check our website for the latest updates. To the south of Tulsa, the roads were also bad. In Okmulgee, drivers were taking it slow and hoping not to get stuck outside. The sleet and strong winds made for very cold conditions. Still, there were people out braving the weather.
She's making some stew, so hamburger, stew meat, vegetables, stock up on some diapers, and then we're going home.
Yeah.
A local restaurant there also said it was slow business today. Fewer customers were willing to venture out. This is a good time to download our weather app. Keep up to date with any closings and breaking weather updates. Our free weather app is available in app stores. It features a full weather radar to keep you aware of the changing weather conditions. As we head to break, we'll take a look at the pictures you have sent us in. You sent us photos, all of the sleet and the snow that struck Oklahoma in the past several hours. There's even a shot of what it looks like from Tulsa's Channel 8's backyard right now.
At Tulsa's Channel 8, we report on the important stories in our community.
Like Tulsa schools failing grades and a conversation about who's accountable.
Oklahoma's record earthquakes with a close look at fracking as a possible culprit.
An advanced radar that will help save lives. So when will it be online?
A pill made of placenta for better health.
And a play that some say changed everything for Sooner football.
Stay tuned. We have more great stories this spring. We are Tulsa's Channel 8.
When it comes to a new roof to protect your home, why not choose the best? A-Best Roofing. For 25 years, A-Best has installed roofs for thousands of home and business owners in Tulsa and northeastern Oklahoma. Come visit the beautiful A-Best showroom here in the heart of Tulsa's Pearl District and see all the new materials in a variety of styles and colors. Roof your home or business the right way, the A-Best way.
The A-Best way, A-Best Roofing.
I am a volleyball coach. I was uninsured. It wasn't until I suffered a mild concussion that I said, yeah, I think I better look into this. I went on to the health insurance marketplace. I signed up. It was very simple. I was able to find one that's under $100 a month, and it has dental. It can fit with whatever budget I have month to month. I'm very elated about it. Everybody should be covered.
Go to the health insurance marketplace at healthcare.gov.
My dad had a Honda, my mom had a Honda.
It was coming from a 2007 Honda Accord. I traded it for a Ford Fusion Titanium. I kind of was indifferent toward Ford, and then I sat in the Fusion for the first time, and I was just like, wow.
You have the power, but you have the fuel economy. That's what EcoBoost does.
I love to tell people, look at what Ford has to offer.
Make the switch to Ford Fusion. Get 0 for 60 or $2,500 cash back at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Do you know what the hardest part about buying your first home is? No one wants to make you a mortgage loan. Or if they do, they want an arm and a leg for it. To that, I counter with 4 words. Tulsa Federal Credit Union. They have a fabulous first-time homebuyer loan, 100% financing, no PMI. Perfect for responsible people like you who just need someone to give them a break. Tulsa Federal Credit Union. Someone needed to step up, and we chose us.
Here's a very special purchase from Mathis Brothers you don't want to miss. A world-class sofa from Drexel Heritage, one of the country's finest furniture makers for less than $1,000. Our huge buying power gives us leverage with manufacturers to negotiate deals like this, and you won't find a sofa of this quality, especially by Drexel, at anywhere close to this price. But quantity is limited, so don't miss this opportunity to own Drexel Heritage only at Mathis Brothers, just north of 71st on Highway 169.
Monday morning on GMO, we have a full wrap of your Academy Awards.
Yeah, who took home the trophy? Who left empty-handed? See you at 4:30 on Monday.
You're watching KTUL Tulsa's Channel 8, presented by Classic Chevrolet, celebrating a 25-year commitment to treating customers right the first time. With affordable financing, dependable service, real cash value for your trade, and a relaxed shopping experience. Classic Chevrolet, where a handshake still matters after 25 years. We are Tulsa's Channel 8.
Here's a live look at our city camera from the Broken Arrow Expressway and Highway 169. As you can see, the snow still coming down outside. If you have to get out, we want to urge you to use extreme caution. Tulsa police continue to follow a shooting that happened earlier. It happened at the Melrose Apartments near 11th and Sheridan. A woman was shot in the upper chest, and police say she was transported to an area hospital. At last check, she was in stable condition. Officers are now searching for a man in his 20s who was seen driving in a blue Ford Escort and wearing a multicolored sweater.
Actually fired one round, hit the victim in the upper chest area, and then fled the scene. At this point, the victim has been transported to a hospital and being treated for one gunshot wound.
Officers are interviewing witnesses but are unsure of a motive at this time. Tulsa firefighters say the roof of a house collapsed after fire ripped through the structure. It happened late this evening near 51st in South Lewis. The roof was fully engulfed with flames and smoke when firefighters arrived. The roof collapsed while they tried to fight the flames. Everyone got out of the house safely. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Academy Awards show just wrapped up, as you know, as the biggest stars in Hollywood gathered for the Oscars. Here's ABC's Brandy Hitt with a recap of the glitz and glamour and awards.
Jared Leto. Dallas Buyers Club's Jared Leto took home his first Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, thanking his mother and making a special dedication.
And, this is for the 36 million people who have lost the battle to AIDS.
And Best Supporting Actress went to 12 Years a Slave's Lupita Nyong'o.
It has been the joy of my life.
Frozen won Best Animated Feature Film. And the Oscar stage turned into a concert with music's biggest stars performing the 4 Best Original Song nominations.
And the Oscar goes to...
For Let It Go, Frozen. The pressure was also on Ellen DeGeneres, who returned as host for a second time and even handed out pizza to the audience.
Wait, Kerry Washington is pregnant. She needs some. Let's go.
The competition for Best Actress was tough this year.
And the Oscar goes to Cate Blanchett.
And Best Actor went to
Matthew McConaughey.
In the category of Best Director,
Alfonso Cuarón.
Gravity also swept many of the technical categories, and now it's on to the after parties. 1,500 guests are celebrating at the Governor's Ball with more than 1,300 bottles of champagne. Brandy Hitt, ABC News, Hollywood.
Now, your forecast in the Oklahoma Ford Storm Center.
Light to moderate snow continues across the area right now and really is pretty much going to hang around here until the early morning hours. Let's take a look at HD Max 8000, show you what's going on here in the Tulsa metro right now. We still have light to moderate snow continuing from the north of Tulsa back over Owasso. So right along Highway 75, even along into Oologah and off to the east over Claremore, Pryor, Choteau, even Wagner. We're still looking at moderate snowfall and even down to the south over Sapulpa. As we pull the picture back, you can see just how large this area of snow continues. It stretches all the way back to the north over Kansas, Missouri, off to the east into Arkansas, and even all the way back to the west over Alva and Enid, right along Interstate 35, Ponca City. And it looks like some clearing taking place over Stillwater in Payne County. I wanted to show you, though, how this storm has sort of evolved over the last several hours. Really, since late last night, at around 11 o'clock last night, we started seeing some showers beginning to develop. Strong thunderstorms erupted over the southeastern half of the state. Rain changing over to freezing rain, and then eventually started producing the sleet that we saw for a good portion of the day today. And the atmosphere was just energized enough with the changes between that warm layer of air above that very cold air at the surface that we ended up having some thunder, sleet, and even snow. And this is what it ended up creating in some spots. Very quick burst of sleet that developed, and in a very short amount of time, it collected up quickly. In Skiatook from Emily Chastain, we ended up seeing about 5 inches in that area. This came into weather pics at KTUL.com. If you've got any weather pictures from this storm system, please send them in to us. We would love to be able to show them on the air. And want to give you a snapshot view of what the road conditions have been like tonight. This is from Sequoia Quinton, one of our storm chasers near Vian. You can see just how snow-packed the road conditions are. You can't even make out any of the lines. And this is just a very good reminder to everyone that by the early morning hours, with this cold air mass in place and more snow continuing and additional totals expected, that we are still going to see those slick and hazardous road conditions as we head into the morning. So if you have to stay home tomorrow, that's really going to be your best bet. If you have to go out, just be prepared. Take it extra slow on the roadways. I want to show you how large this storm system is. It stretches all the way back to the east over Washington, D.C., into Oklahoma and Kansas, stretching some 1,300 miles. This is how massive this storm system is, and is really going to take its time to move out. So on Futurecast, this is what we're expecting over the next few hours. Here's the snow right now, and it really pretty much begins to taper off here about 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Still pushing out of the state. So even at 4 o'clock, Miami, you're still expecting some light snow and even Pryor, but we will see improving conditions as we go through the day. Cold air, it's going to stay in place tomorrow. We're looking at morning lows, definitely in the single digits, maybe even near 0, and we're looking at record lows. Tomorrow's record low here in Tulsa is 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go lower than that. The other big thing is that even the afternoon, with sunny skies around, still a cold day with afternoon highs in the teens and 20s. When you add in that wind, it feels very cold outside, and we're still looking at additional snow totals here. Overall, this is on top of what we've already seen, about 1 to 3 inches over eastern Oklahoma. So as that heavier band moves off to the east from Miami to Pryor, you may up another inch or 2 before the system is all set, especially with it hanging around tomorrow morning. Across the area, 6 Veneta, we have 6 degrees, 9, 8 in Tulsa, 10 in Okmulgee. When you take that wind, which is north at about 15 miles an hour, it's creating cold wind chills way below 0, all the way from Coffeyville and even down to the south over McAllister. And we're expecting those wind chill readings in most locations throughout the day tomorrow until around noon tomorrow to be anywhere from 5 to 15 below. So that just shows you how cold the air is going to be. And those winds, you just really want to stay indoors tomorrow because it is just going to be brutal outside. Looking at our conditions today, this is also from one of our chasers. This is from Jeff Robbins, and you can see that around Highway 412, snow-packed road conditions, and that's what we're expecting expecting throughout the day tomorrow. Looking at our winds right now from the north at 21 miles an hour. Dew points show you just how dry it is out there from the standpoint of that we're not looking at a ton of moisture to work with, and that's why we're looking at that light to moderate snow, even though the humidity is showing 80%. That's the reason why I think our temperatures will keep dropping here over the next couple of hours. And our forecasted wind gusts right now are still going to range anywhere from around 20 miles an hour throughout the morning hours, and not really beginning to subside until tomorrow evening when we start to drop down to about less than 5 miles an hour. Now, as we look at the next 8 days, well, it is still going to remain below normal until around Wednesday and moving at Wednesday. But boy, finally we'll start to recover here as we head into Friday. That's when we'll hit about 62 degrees. So as you were asking me earlier, Yvonne, will we see winter, spring? Well, it looks like the next 8 days we're going to see a little bit of everything. And that's just been about how this winter has gone. And it looks like, you know, it's going to stick around for a while.
I'm ready for it to move on.
I think everybody is about done and ready for spring and even summer at this point.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer.
All right.
The Oklahoma City Thunder announced another unexpected setback. And what does OSU's upset win over Kansas mean for the Cowboys and the NCAA tournament? That's after the break.
If you have fire, water, or wind damage, call Berggraf Restoration, the only restoration company that pays up to 100% of your business or home deductible. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and travel anywhere. Berggraf Restoration, the one to call.
It's Ford Truck Month. Every 42 seconds, someone decides to buy a Ford F-Series truck, America's #1 seller. Someone who doesn't settle for second best, who believes actions speak louder than words, and leaves it all out on the field. During Ford Truck Month, get a stampede of savings, 0% financing for 60 months, or up to $8,000 in total F-150. Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Country is in crisis. Washington, D.C., our government is out of control. Generations to come will inherit limitless spending. A healthcare system run rats, not doctors and patients.
Conservative Republican T.W. Shannon for United States Senate.
I still believe we are one nation under God, and with his favor, we can save our country. With conservative leadership, we can fix what's wrong with our country. I hope you'll join me. I'm T.W. Shannon, and I approve this message.
I think Robinson Air is a family-oriented business. I learned that from my dad growing up in the business, how to treat people. Just try to be fair and honest, provide quality products at a fair and reasonable price. The best promotion of the year is back. Buy a new Trane qualifying system and get the furnace free. Great time to replace that old rust bucket. Give us a call for your free estimate, 918-75262, and remember, it's hard to stop the train.
In life, there are certain moments we hold on to more than others. The first time they ride a bike. The first time they drive a car. The first time they step foot on the school bus. And the moment they drive off to college. But you know, just as important as living in the today is planning for the tomorrow. Bank of Oklahoma. Long live your money.
It's Ashley's anniversary event, and we're celebrating 500 stores worldwide. You'll find bedrooms that host private breakfasts, living rooms that welcome everyone, and room packages starting at just $7.99. Like this 14-piece bedroom, only $9.99. And this 14-piece living room, only $13.99. With 12 months, no interest financing at Ashley Furniture Home Store in Owasso and Tulsa.
If you have fire, water, or wind damage, call Berggraf Restoration, the only restoration company that pays up to 100% of your business or home deductible. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and travel anywhere. Berggraf Restoration, the one to call.
Portions of Tulsa's Channel 8 brought to you by Airco Service, the company you know. 918-252-5667. Voted Tulsa's best.
I'm disappointed that I didn't, you know, if I parred my way in from 16 onwards, I would have won by 2 strokes.
Rough day for Rory McIlroy, led by 2 strokes going to the final round of the Honda Classic, but Russell Henley, one of 3 others to catch up and ultimately force a 4-man playoff, as Henley won on the first playoff hole earlier in the day. Tiger Woods abruptly quit after 13 holes with what he called lower back pain. That's his card. Looks nice. Thunder point guard Russell Westbrook knows all about injury. He had been out since Christmas with a knee injury as OKC dropped 3 straight home games after Russ came back to the lineup. But but the skid finally ended Friday, so the Thunder trying to start a new streak. Hosting Charlotte this evening, and OKC announced this afternoon guard Thabo Sefolosha would be out 4 to 6 weeks with a calf strain. Well, it was nothing OKC couldn't handle. Great first half for Westbrook, 17 points as the Thunder led at the break. And when it was all said and done, Kevin Durant, 28 points. You had Westbrook with 26 as Oklahoma City wins, 116-99.
He's at a place that we're very comfortable with. And yes, that steal and the dunk was vintage Russell. He has the ability to check both ends of the floor. I love it.
The biggest difference between how you felt tonight and how you felt your first game back?
I mean, just more I play, the more rhythm I'm able to catch and more rhythm I'm able to get. So.
Thunder added it again Tuesday when they host Philadelphia. Saturday wasn't necessarily a must-win game for Oklahoma State, but if the Cowboys wanted to eliminate any doubts of their postseason possibly being at stake, well, making the NCAA tournament, you beat number 5 Kansas, you're probably okay. And to the credit of the Pokes, they found a way. Marcus Smart got off to a cold start, 0 for 7 from the floor, but then comes back, scores 20 of his game-high 21 points in the second half, and OSU pulling off that big upset. And Oklahoma had probably already secured a bid, but anytime you can improve your Big 12 standing and stick it to the Longhorns, hey, OU will gladly take it. Isaiah Cousins' career day, game-high 24 points in their win over number 24 Texas. Oklahoma tied with Iowa State for second in the Big 12 with 2 regular season games remaining. TU men's basketball was on pace to finish at the top of the Conference USA standings going into Sunday, but would UTSA spoil the Golden Hurricanes' chances when the '94 team was back for the reunion? That's after the break.
We had a CRB and then we had the pilot. You got more with the Ford Escape. I'm glad we got the Escape and we switched. Yay!
I definitely like the Ford better. It's that foot-activated liftgate.
And I don't have to do all this. Yeah, I'm filling up a lot less than I did with my Honda. Awesome.
Make the switch to Ford Escape. It's 0 for 60 or $2,000 cash back. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
How much does tobacco really cost? Last year, smoking cost Oklahoma more than $1 billion in health care. It also cost Emily her mom.
Raindrops of riches are Osage bound, where cash and prizes are pouring down. Soak up the excitement, 113 grand. Let the wedding begin. Osage Casino, it's raining riches again.
Earn your entries beginning February 23rd and on March 8th. Win your share of $113,000 in cash and prizes.
Raindrops of riches.
Only at Osage Casinos.
Have fun.
You too.
Experience the Audi A4 at your local dealer today.
What are your neighbors saying about the all-new FFO home?
I wanted a section I'd seen at one of the expensive stores. It was really nice, but with kids in college, no way. We went to FFO Home. There she was, half the price. Couldn't believe it. I was floored by the quality. I can't wait to get it home. It was exactly what I was looking for.
You gotta come see this store.
For the right furniture at the right price, visit FFO Home, where great quality lives for less.
Sports fans, catch Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin's forecast on the radio on 97.1 The Sports Animal.
This season, TU men's basketball has been a classic example of that old saying, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Granted, TU played an extremely difficult non-conference schedule to start the year. Tulsa had won 6 in a row. That's a season high coming into their home finale against UT San Antonio, and they were all over the Roadrunners in the first half. Shaq Harrison fast break alley-oop to James Woodard, and Tulsa's in control. They're up 12 at the break, but UTSA rallies. Here's Devin Agusi splitting the defenders for 2 of his 17 points, and ultimately we go to overtime. So still tied. Final seconds of OT. Shot no good. No good. DeAndre Wright one more time gets it to go with 1 second remaining as Tulsa pulls it off in overtime, 72-70.
I really wasn't rushing the shot because I thought it was probably about 5 seconds left. So I'm getting up to run on the court. You know, I see the goal turn red. I'm like, oh, I guess the game's over, you know.
Not the best game for us. You got to win games like this. And now we got a chance to go down to North Texas and get a piece of the league title.
At halftime of today's game, Tulsa honored 1994, led by head. It was the first time they ever reached the Sweet 16. Caught up with Coach Smith, the 20-year reunion.
Can it really be 20 years, Tubby?
Oh, no. Well, you know, things in coaching, you don't count years. You really don't. It's, you sort of, because it goes so fast and it's upon you so quickly. This is my 39th year. You know, you don't remember until you come to situations like this. You come where legends are being honored like they were today. There's some of these guys, not just the ones who had the opportunity to coach, but a lot of them that played here, former players from TU, they're the people, they're the backbones of programs.
Coach, what stands out to you most about that great run in '94 to the Sweet 16 for TU, their first time ever?
Well, you know, just the elation. I think when we found out we were going to the NCAA tournament, I think seeing those young men, the excitement in their eyes and in their and the way they practiced.
Well, great memories. Tell me, I understand your first time back in this building, a building you helped build, the Reynolds Center, and Danny Manning doing quite a job with this team.
Well, he is, and Danny is a special, and you know, you've had a lot of success with players, with coaches. People know Tulsa's not a big school, not like a Texas Tech where we have 34,000 students and others in the state and around the area. So you have to really cultivate the community. You got to reach out to the students and everybody else that can help you. But this is a great community, and I know they'll get it done. And anything I can do to help, I'll be happy to do.
W, thanks for the memories. Thanks for coming back for the reunion. It's a busy time for you, and it means a lot to people here in Tulsa. Good to see you again.
Well, it means an awful lot to be back. Thank you.
That is our time.
Jennifer's Weather Call. Sign up at KTUL.com.
If severe weather threatens you, you'll receive a phone call from me.